Alright, we're back with some more TNT Championship Season 1 2024 coverage. I am Delthius. This is an open division game between JasonBlade and TNAV. Let's hop into it. Up at the top, we've got Totally Not a Voyeur, aka TNAV, and in the bottom right, JasonBlade. TNAV, I believe, is a new player. As in, this is their first event. Oh, I should probably mark off that I'm going to cast this one. And then JasonBlade, of course, has been around for a while. Great streamer. And is casted a bunch of games. So definitely check out his channel as well. Search JasonBlade Tooth and Tail on YouTube. Should come up. And yeah, let's see how this one goes. This is open division. And generally the reason we have open versus competitive divisions is because we love it when more people get involved and join these events. Tooth and Tail is kind of like a game on a wave, is where it's kind of settled, 7 years later. And basically, it's not that active all the time, for being honest, but then we do events like this, and then all of a sudden it becomes super active, and we got like 50 people in the event. So the reason we have open division is for people to not feel intimidated to try to join up. So if you're a new player, you watch these on YouTube, you want to get involved, have some fun with us, the open division is for you. TNAV, though, has gone for a 6-farm double, going for some aggression here. Oh, they're so awkward. This map is so awkward for a rush. And I think JasonBlade's just fine. Like, oh, this is rough. This is something that you have to take into consideration when trying a rush build. This is not a good map to rush on. It's just the rush distance is very, very long. This is a macro map. There's kind of this like water, tree, dead village area in the middle, but how do you, as TNAV just kind of learned, like, how do you get your units through here? Now, JasonBlade did wrap a bunch of money up into turrets, and the attack is not coming for TNAV, so we'll have to see how they want to spend their money from here. Both players with a good amount of food at this point, and have to make a decision on where they want to take the game next. JasonBlade going to grab that mill, and TNAV going to go for some tier 2 for now, and get a mill as well. Jason's selling down these turrets. It's very smart. You get a free refund for everything in this game, as long as it's not damaged. So it's a good idea to build turrets right when you're about to get attacked. They only take 10 seconds to build, and then sell them off when you don't need them anymore. But Wolf on the way for Jason. Quick tier 3, so TNAV needs to scout that. And that is one skill that we see sometimes open players are a little bit lacking, or newer players are lacking, is scouting is so important in this game. You gotta constantly be scouting. You see Jason doing it right now. So TNAV does not know that the wolf is on the way. And scouting is free, but it takes APM. You gotta think about it that way, because your commander is, if you want your units to move, you want to build anything, it's all based on your commander. Your screen is always locked onto your commander like this. So you've got to walk over and scout manually. And it does take effort, and while you're scouting, you can't be controlling your army or building your base. So that is the problem here for TNAV. Now, JasonBlade also tried to hide the tier 3, because he's expecting TNAV to try to come this way like he did before. But on the flip side, if TNAV did attack from this angle, that's super exposed. Now, although TNAV does not know about the tier 3, here TNAV comes for a scout now. Gonna see the second base, probably won't see the wolf. But again, the wolf's not the end of the world of a tier 3. It's not like a boar or a badger or something that's really just gonna want to kind of march across the map and try to end the game immediately. You can use the wolf to just sit back and macro up. It's going to help your pigs farm faster. You see that little lightning bolt? Means that they're on double rates. But that does mean your stuff will fallow out quicker as well. So JasonBlade doing a good job scouting. TNAV a little bit concerned that they're not sure what Jason's doing. Is going to go ahead and build a bunch of turrets to try and be safe against an attack here. And JasonBlade building a lot of cams. Cam Wolf Falcon is a really solid comp. And we might have a bit of a long game on our hands here. TNAV's kind of got the cavalcade of tier 2 going on. But I am a little bit scared for TNAV. You know, JasonBlade is going to scale better in the long run. With that wolf. There is no tier 3 here for TNAV. But if TNAV can get a good attack, get a good angle, TNAV's coming in, but JasonBlade knows it. And let's see how this goes. We do have some skunks here from TNAV. However, the wolf buff and the high ground from JasonBlade is just too much. And absolutely runs over TNAV's army. TNAV is going to try to rush home. Commander going down to those Falcons. Falcons with the wolf buff are just so strong. And JasonBlade knows he's got a hell of an advantage right now. Just wipe the opponent's army. Going to come in here and try to seal the deal. And yeah, TNAV there just didn't quite know about the wolf. And did not have a tier 3 to compete in the late game like this. And unfortunately for TNAV as well, the rush did not quite work with the map. Oh, the wolf actually goes down! JasonBlade losing a little bit of the battle, but has won the war. Jason really just needs to go home, probably sell off the wolf war, and doesn't even really need to sell it, to be honest. And we'll see what's up. That should be game number 1. And let's see how match number 2 will look. TNAV sticking around for now, but we will fast forward this as the game is super over. Gonna try to build a bunch of turrets. And there it is. GG. JasonBlade up 1-0. Alright. Let's hop into game number 2. In the bottom, we've got TNAV. And in the top, JasonBlade. Jason not changing the deck, or did he? No, did he have? I don't think they had lizards last time. I know they have Cam Falcon, turret, squirrel. Like maybe the lizard changed. Maybe that was pigeons or something. But TNAV does bring their own wolf, a toad mole. What? Oh my gosh, I love to see it. Toad mole here for TNAV. I don't know if they hit they probably didn't hit random. They could have. It's actually a legit place. This Alright, Heartseed's into this weird crap a little bit more than I am. Maybe they need to explain to the class here. But the ferret mine. Okay. 5 farm toad mole. Dude, I love open division. If this works, I should have done that in some of my games, man. I should have built like 12 toads. Like, how many toads does it take to kill a mill? I guess it depends on how much HP it has. But do you just go like toad mole and target down the mill and win the game? A lot of toads. I know, I've done it before. I think when I used to do my my replay casting show, we had some funny matches where I would tell the players to build toads only and stuff. All right. Well, the squirrel's gonna beat the toad mole. You do it for your happiness, not for wins, exactly. I mean, JasonBlade doing this correctly. You know, Day 9 said it best. Like, what do you do in an RTS game when your opponent's doing something weird? You just go kill them. Like, don't overthink it. Like, JasonBlade's just like, alright, man, well, I'll just build squirrels and come across the map. Now, those toads did get really good connections. But yeah, really good from Jason. Just, hey, you know, yeah, throw down some squirrel warrens. Yeah, so you kind of have to have squirrel or lizards. Those are like your bread and butter units. So TNAV trying something goofy there. It didn't quite work out. But it was funny. It was funny to see. Alright, Jason. Good job from Jason, though. I think you handled that very correctly. Just, hey, my opponent's being weird. Alright, well, I'll just play normal and beat them. That's why there's a meta. But of course, this is open division, so don't want to be too harsh on the players or anything. In the right, we've got TNAV, and in the bottom left, JasonBlade. TNAV with the squirrel toad this time around. And weird. This is a weird map a little bit. I mean, it's nice for TNAV. He's got, you know, 2 bases right here. This is going to be tough for JasonBlade to attack up into. There is the little back door, though, and JasonBlade does have lizards. Yeah, this is actually, like, a very small map. Like, a lot of it are just doodads, right? Like, none of this is real. You just pretend none of that exists. 3 bases for both sides. I don't know, I kind of like this map better for Jason. I think I'd rather have this base, but it's fine either way. We're kind of splitting hairs. I really think the problem here is that the 3rd base is so far away for TNAV, but honestly, most games don't even get into 3 bases, so probably won't even matter. 6 farm double from TNAV. Jason gonna respond with the 7 farm double. It's the way to do it. And we'll see if TNAV decides to rush or not. Probably not, just wants to get into 8 farms, take it from there. Squirrel Toad Cam is a really strong comp. We saw this guy do a great job with it earlier. Yeah, and I think seeing those turrets, TNAV should know. Go ahead and just grab that farm and take it to a regular game. You know, if your opponent's building, like, imagine Jason doesn't sell, like, I think Jason will sell the turrets. But imagine if Jason didn't, then that's just really good for TNAV because he can invest that same money into, like, farms or into chameleons or whatever else. So I have to let this game breathe a little bit. Nice mines. Jason saw him, though. That's a little bit unfortunate. But good job trying to throw some mines down. And Jason gonna do some mine sweeping here. One mine does blow up. Jason needs to be careful not to overstay his welcome, though. TNAV actually sells off that mill and goes into some more tier 1. Squirrel Toad Cam is better than Squizzard on paper. So second cam's almost here, though. There's no toads to be had. JasonBlade attacking at a really good time. But this extra cam here should be fine for Jason, or for TNAV to defend. Good timing there from Jason, though, because that would have been a lot worse if both toads were there in the cam. I mean, I guess not good timing, that's a little bit exaggerated, because it still wasn't a very good fight for Jason, but I hope TNAV pushes. This is a great time for TNAV to push. He's a little bit light on tier 1 compared to Jason, though. Like, 6 squirrels is not that many. So I don't know, maybe you just stay home, build a few farms. But Squirrel Toad Cam, like, TNAV's got the comp advantage right now. Thinking about attacking. No, instead, just gonna... Nice positioning there. He's kind of positioning all his units in a good defensible spot. Yeah, looks good. I like keeping the toads at the back. That way, you know, you can kind of let the cams soak the brunt of the initial damage. What's Jason gonna go into double cam? He was already in double cam. It looks like he sold something, though. He's gonna try to just get some more warrens, so we are just macroing for the moment. Yeah, so far, I would kind of say advantage TNAV, right? Like, TNAV took some better fights. Doing okay on economy. There's the wolf, though. So this is the tough... Oh, but TNAV about to throw down the Badger. Got the 3rd base going. I don't love this spot for the Badger. It's kind of... If Jason really wanted to, he could... Oh, well, you know what? I say I don't love it, but look at that. Jason does not see it with his scout pattern. And that is the most important. Well, there's two schools of thought. It's either you hide it, you make sure that they can't scout it, or you make sure that they can't get to it. And ideally, it's both, right? So, TNAV is going for the hoping they don't scout it approach. Jason's is the both, right? It's going to be really hard to get to that, and it's going to be hard to scout it. All right, well, you know what? I think TNAV could get a point on the board here. Needs to sell like a Toad Warren or something and let the Badger not get blocked. Jason still doesn't see it. TNAV has not been scouting, so TNAV does not see the Badger of the opponent. But in this case, it actually doesn't matter too much because they're getting their own tier 3 anyways. Trying to hedge against the Lizard backdoor, nice. TNAV is doing some good things strategically. Jason still... Okay, finally sees it. But, I don't know. Wolfcam Falcon's pretty... It's going to depend on if the Badger gets doofed down or not, right? Like, 4 juiced up Falcons could burst that Badger down pretty fast, especially because there's not any pigeons. I mean, there's 3, but you need more than that for the Badger. You kind of want like 9. I think 9's about the right number. Oh, needs to be careful. No, TNAV's army was not all together. The cams were out of position. And JasonBlade just kind of had a 3-course meal there with the army from TNAV. A little bit anticlimactic, but man, that's tooth and tail, baby. Like, positioning matters so much. And that could have been a fair fight. Like, look at that army graph. Like, the problem was TNAV moved his chameleons out. And JasonBlade got to fight the army in 3 phases. Got to kill the cams, kill the tier 1, and then kill the Badger. Instead of everybody attacking at the same time, so... Nice try there from TNAV, but Jason gonna take it 3-0.